This was the scene yesterday in Chicago City Council. A group of aldermen got a special meeting to try and call for a non-binding referendum on the city's sanctuary status. Those supporters now say that some aldermen have watered the language down, and that's what sparked the arguing in the gallery. And the meeting had to be dispersed. Obviously, an issue so hot it's led to Mayor Johnson's floor leader having to step down from that post amid charges that he accosted and he blocked another alderman, Alderman Emma Mitts, from getting to the council floor for a vote on this exact matter.
All right, so you can see joining us now to talk more about this is Alderman Ray Lopez, and you support letting the voters decide on the sanctuary city. I think the big question is, if the voters decide, even if they say no, we still have all of these migrants here. What do we do with them?
We have 20,221 migrants in the city of Chicago right now. Clearly, we are not coming up with a short or a long-term solution on how to house them, how to provide for them, with no direction from the state or the federal government where the failure starts originally. And I think we see time and time again, Chicago residents want to have their voice heard, even if it's just an advisory way to say, look, we need to reevaluate what keeps bringing them here. We know Illinois is a sanctuary, welcoming state. Regardless of what we do, that's not going to change. But the policy is the magnet, excuse me, for why so many people keep shipping them here. And people see that we are spending $255 million to address the individuals who have been sent here, while we can't find the money to help our citizens with their roof repairs, with their home heating, with all of the things that they need to help survive in the city of Chicago.
Some of the critics, though, say that this exact referendum doesn't really deal with the whole bigger issue. It just speaks to the legal matter of it all. But others who do support it say it does speak. It opens the conversation to that while many are sympathetic to the plight of these migrants, it's an untenable situation. Chicago just does not have the resources. What do you say to something like that?
Well, I think we all have compassion for the fact when we drive past any of our police stations and you see a woman breastfeeding her children in a tent outside in November. That's not what we want to see in the city of Chicago under any circumstance. But what we know is that there's only so much money that we can ask Chicago taxpayers to put forward to help in the situation. We know the federal government is really not stepping up to the plate to address this situation. They are going to allow this to go on for years because that's when they're setting up these merit hearings for the asylum cases to begin with. And in the meantime, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to tell our voters, our residents, that we couldn't come up with the money to help you? We couldn't even help the West Side with the flash flooding from July 2nd, but yet we are finding money miraculously in the budget for this.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. Some of the other issues. Clearly, people are angry. We see them in the neighborhoods protesting. We see city council degrading and people getting very angry. It seems to me that there's been some progress on the progressive agenda, certainly, at City Council. You've got the Bring Chicago Home, right? You've got the treatment, not trauma. But you do have people who want money for floods and want money for other things. Are we going to be able to see any progress when things have degraded so much between the aldermen, between the mayor and the aldermen?
I will always hold out hope in the legislative process that I am part of. But I think that you cannot move forward if you're refusing to allow people to have their voices heard, if you're refusing to bring them into the conversation, and if even at an advisory level you don't want to hear what the people have to say, that's only going to be more fuel to the fire that we see burning all around us. We need to tamper that down. We need to let people have a say and then decide from there how to proceed. And if we don't do that, the anger, the frustration, the animosity that's building all around us is only going to continue to grow. What worked in Brighton Park was that we were able to release some of that pressure by having a public meeting, putting the microphone there and saying, just come on in and tell us what you have to say. Even though we know we don't have the ability to effectuate change in another ward, it still gave people the ability to decompress and feel as though they were heard. That's what the referendum that we're proposing will do for all of Chicago. Let people be heard. And I don't know why that is such a hard concept for our mayor and his progressive allies in city council to accept.
So let me ask you this. How would you deal with this? Not only the referendum aside, how do you deal with helping these folks who are here right now?
Patrick, I don't know how we allowed it to be where we have not taken the federal government with a Democratic president from a Democratic city to task for what he's done to our city. For 14 months now, no one has ever held Joe Biden or Kamala Harris responsible for the fact that the border crisis has become our backyard crisis. They are coming here for the Democratic National Convention. They've come here 3 times for fundraisers, and no one brings it up ever. We still haven't even asked for a federal declaration of emergency
So what
to
do
help
you do?
us.
You give
I-
them.
I would give them an ultimatum,
say,
to be
"We
perfectly
need this
honest.
money right now."
Either you step up to the plate and help Chicago, or don't come here for the Democratic National Convention. Period.
Because many of these people are asylum seekers, and that means that's under the federal government in
Correct.
terms of who should be funding this.
Correct. These are not just undocumented individuals who came here looking for work. These are people who have been given temporary protective status under the guise of asylum. Whether that's a legitimate claim or not has yet to be adjudicated. But in the meantime, if you're not assigning cases for 6 years, then the federal government needs to figure out how to take care of them for the next 6 years, because we are not their foster parents. We are not responsible, and we shouldn't be financially liable for them in this moment.
Well, to end on that note, we thank you for being here. It's obviously part of a bigger conversation. So, we welcome your input moving forward
Thank
as
you.
well.
Yeah, it's a tough topic. Thank you so much for being here.